I sat here for like 20 minutes trying to think up a cool name for this amazing team, and then I just said, let's just get the information out to the people, and you guys can come up with the name. Let's get it. Brogni Mancer, but no Mancer. White Whale Brogni. Whale Rider Brogni. Aquaman? That's it. That's gotta be it, right? Aquaman? Anyway, silly names for this team aside, I am so pumped to bring you this team this morning. My dude and fellow clanmate, Bob Lee Swagger, has come up with a sweet innovation to a team that some people know already. And this is great because this replacement has a lot easier accessibility, in my opinion. Okay, so this is going to be a video on the Brogni Ally Protect strategy, and we are going to go over the champions in this team real quick. If you are already familiar with those champions, feel free to skip ahead. So, the most important person in the team is the Underpriest Brogni, okay? He is going to put this block debuffs, increase attack, and giant shield, okay? And that's the key part about his kit, okay? That's the key part. We're not going to be like extending this shield with like the infinity comp. We're not going to be doing that. So we're going to be replacing the shield and surviving through that giant massive shield. The second reason why you can't replace Underpriest Brogni in the team is because he can proc Giant Slayer when he's hit, okay? So we're getting Giant Slayer to proc on the clan boss anytime any of the champions in the team are hit. We have a chance to proc that, which obviously leads to a ton of damage, okay? And then finally, he does have the HP burn in the kit, but that is not the main focus. The passive is the focus, okay? So, Brogni Essential cannot be replaced. And in fact, I would recommend keeping 4 of the 5 champions the same and then giving some replacements for that 5th one, okay? Big shout out to my dude, Yang. I'm gonna link his YouTube channel or the YouTube video where he developed this strategy originally. But this is sort of like a different version of it, okay? But that dude is like crazy smart, and specifically crazy smart with Clan Boss. So he went into great detail about the team, and that is just not something I have time to do in this video today. We are focused on the run, the champions, the builds, and he has a lot of thought process there, so I'll try to link that in the comments below if that interests you, okay? Now, Brogni, essential, okay? And you want to, for the most damage, run this on Spirit because he's blue, okay? We have blue Affinity Clan Boss today, which is your second place bet, and then, you know, this team is going to do crazy amounts of damage. You're not going to be worried about it, but if you're trying for your best damage, those are the affinities that you want to stick to. Okay, second champion in the team is going to be none other than Iron Broggo, okay? And Broggo, really the thing we care about here is his passive with the defense and, giving his allies the defensive buff. He also does have the decreased attack, which I think is valuable in, longevity here. And then he has increased defense buff as well. Okay, A1, chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs. We're not really worried about that. Okay, champion number 3 is going to be the beast herself, Lydia. Okay, now Lydia, she does the decreased defense weaken, strengthen, and increase speed. So we're going to have this increased speed buff up the whole time. And that's where the white whale part comes in, because we will have infinite speed, basically, okay? And this infinite speed buff, we're going to have this up the whole time. And she's also has the poison sensitivity. I don't believe that that has any bearing on this team, but if you had a poisoner, that is very, very good. A lot of people just use their Lydia for Doom Tower and PvE content, sometimes Arena, but remember, she's an amazing clan boss champion as well. The A1, I don't think that that really does anything important here in this team, but, you know, it's still very good. Next up is going to be like almost the star of the show here, and that is going to be an epic champion, Taragi the Frog. Now, basically, Brogni Taragi, this combo is what allows this team to work, okay? He does put the poisons up on his passive, so Lydia putting the poison sensitivity, I guess that is going to have a pretty big impact. But on his A3 here, he puts a shield on himself and an ally protection on all allies. He's going to heal himself and place reflect damage. And all of that works really well in pairing with Brogni. The provoke does nothing. Again, he has a decreased attack, so that's going to be helpful. And, like, he's got a really nice base HP, but, like, the base defense is pretty miserable, okay? The last spot is our thumbnail, and that is going to be our Anchorite. Where are you at, buddy? Where are you at? I don't know why you're all the way down here, but whatever, because you're spirit, I guess. Now, this guy, he's been burned so many times, he lost track. But he has the A1 heal, the ally with the lowest HP. The goal with Anchorite is to heal Iron Brago, okay? Towards the end of the run, if somebody else's health drops below Iron Brago, then Iron Brago will not get healed, and that does cut the run short a little bit. That's what Swagger was telling me from his testing, okay? Removes a random debuff from all allies. That is an awesome ability here. Then increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. And that's the key part of his kit for this team, okay? But this is the thing. This is the ability that we're looking for from this spot. So Godseeker Aniri would be a great replacement for Anchorite. That's the rabbit that Swagger is chasing. He cannot seem to track down a Godseeker Aniri. But you also can run Sandlash Survivor in this spot. Any of these champions that increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. And, you know, this is pretty great because it's on a 3-turn cooldown. Okay. So let's look at the builds after the run, and let's come in here and look at the AI priorities for this team. Shout out to my clan, Oath, and my mediocre damage. We are about to crush my mediocre damage by a mile, okay? If you want to do a lot of damage, this is the team for you. Right, here we go. Let's get it, okay? So, we have Iron Brago in the lead, Taragi, Lydia, Brogni, and Anchorite. 332,000 team power, okay. So, let's take a look at the AI priorities here. We don't need them. The only thing that we need is going to be Anchorite. We want to prioritize this, this prayer ability here to increase the duration of all the ally buffs, and then the heal will come second. The rest of these are going to be, you know, we don't need any priorities in there, but we do have a 3-turn setup, okay? We do have a 3-turn setup, and then hit full auto, okay? Now, you're just going to have to bear with me here because this is not my team, so I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to make sure that it's set up correctly, okay? Now, before I move on here, just one of the best things about this team to me is that it does crazy damage. There's no ally attack and there's no counterattack. And there's no void champions except Lydia. There's no void champions except Lydia. All right, so A2 for Lydia, A1 for Anchorite, A2 for Brogni, A1 for Taragi, A3 for Brago, and then the clan boss gets a turn. Then we're going to do A3 for Lydia. There's that poison sensitivity. We're going to do A1 on Anchorite. We are going to do A3 on Brogni. We're going to do A1 on Taragi. A2 on Iron Brago. A1 on Lydia. And A2 to extend. Perfect. Now, on the third turn here, we're going to only have the option of A1. We're going to do A3 on Taragi. We're going to do A2 on Lydia. A1 on Brago. A1 on Anchorite. A2 on Brogni. A3 on Lydia. And then A1 on Taragi, clan boss turn. And then this is the last part that we have to manual. A1, A3, A1, 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 A3. Hit auto. Jeez! That's a setup right there. But now we should be able to run this until infinity. Until infinity. We actually will get pretty close to the turn limit as long as I have set this up correctly. And that is something that I've actually never done. I've never gotten close to the turn limit on a takeover or on my own account. So that is pretty incredible. I really look forward to seeing the damage here. Now, Swagger has been testing on Spirit to try to get the most damage possible, so I know what kind of numbers to expect here. This is the first run with this team on Magic Affinity, the blue right here. And so we don't know exactly how much this is going to do. And in addition, it is a little bit of a longer clan boss run. So if you're not searching for a high damage threshold, there are other teams that are going to be faster, okay? This is going to ramp up quickly to over 1 million damage per turn, which is pretty incredible. And we're not going to watch the whole run, okay? We're not going to watch the whole run, but I am going to talk about the team for a bit. And then we will skip ahead to the damage and we'll look over the builds so that we can keep the video a bit shorter. One of the things that I feel like I'm going to forget to mention is that we would love to get Taragi into Guardian gear, but Swagger ran pretty low on silver for this build. And so he needs to farm some more Guardian gear. He needs to level that up. And then he believes that will add some more longevity to this team, okay? And thank you so much, Swagger. He was very thorough in giving me the things that I needed to share with you for this video, and I really appreciate that. Sure, Swagger will be active in the comments for this video, so if you have questions for him about this team, please ask those in the comments below. You can always join my Discord, the Jedi Academy, and speak with him directly about the team there as well. You can also ask me any questions that you need in the comments or in my Discord also. Okay, I just want to come in here for a quick second. We just passed turn 50, and you can see we are over 1 million per turn here, but not by a ton, okay? I think that that's because it is Magic Affinity. We are typically up at like 1.3 million per turn on Spirit is what Swagger was saying. But this should just give you like a what is it? A halftime break, a halftime update if you're a sports person. And you know, like this is a great example of a 2-1 team where we're taking 2 turns for everyone on the clan boss. Thanks to Lydia. That's the halftime update. And I'm your host, MtgJedi. So we'll be right back for the wrap up on the damage. Okay, there we go. 91, almost 92 million damage. Iron Brago with 18, Taragi with 18, almost 19. Lydia almost 14, Brogni with 36.6 million, and Anchorite with the kind of embarrassing 4 million damage. You can see Taragi, Brogni, and Anchorite with crazy amounts of healing as well. So this was for magic affinity. When you're doing spirit, you can expect this to be over 100 million damage. Here is a picture of that damage here. 135 million damage on spirit. As you can see, makes a huge difference what affinity we are on. Iron Brago had 33 there. Brogni had 48 million damage on Spirit. So Spirit is obviously going to be your best bet here. Force is going to end up being the worst. And in general, this team is crazy, crazy good. Okay, so let's come back in. Let's look at the builds. And let's talk about them and wrap up the video. So we have Lydia here in speed, perception, and crit damage. Wait, we have a broken set? Oh, no, it's just only showing 2. That's weird. There's a visual glitch? Huh. Okay, anyway, we have 3 sets there. That's weird. Here are her total stats, 272. Now, Swagger said that Lydia can be 268 to 274, okay? So you do have some wiggle room there. She does not have crazy crit damage or anything like that because we need survivability and a crazy speed, okay? Both of those things. Masteries, I feel like this is like typical War Master type of masteries here, but maybe I'm wrong. This is typical Clan Boss masteries. And then next up, we have Brogni. Okay, now, Brogni is actually in Swift Parry, okay, and that's not for the fatal hit. That is for the speed boost, the crit damage, primarily, okay? And then he's in a cruel set, right? This is a very clan boss build with very high attack, okay? Crazy speed, crazy crit damage, all of that helps a ton, okay? I think it would do more damage if you could get the accuracy higher. I'm not certain on that, so if this is your cup of tea, I would try getting that accuracy over 200 if you can match these stats. He still does need very defensive stats as well. Okay, now we have the sweet Giant Slayer counterattack masteries on him. Okay, that's amazing as well. And then we're gonna go to Iron Brago. He's got a broken set, a speed set, and a perception set. He's got a ridiculous amount of defense, and he's got the lower crit rate to pair with Anchorite, but still enough crit damage. Very, very tanky. Yes, of course, all of these champions need booked. We have basically the same masteries here as well, for the most part. Okay, and then over here with Taragi. Taragi is in Stalwart and Immortal with as crazy stats as we can make it. 86k, 3k defense, really good speed accuracy, and some crit stats. Okay, we have our masteries here as well. We have the offense and support tree. I want to just like note that we are specifically starting with Steadfast on purpose for clan boss targeting. And then last but not least, let's just start with the masteries since we're in this mode still. The masteries for him is basically the same thing again. Okay, basically the same thing again. We do have solidarity, which is sweet. That's a really, really cool one here. And then other than that, pretty typical clan boss masteries. And then here for his gear is triple immortal, and Swagger said that was pretty important for this build. Okay, so we have 57k HP, 3600 defense, which 3600 is crazy impressive from that 980 base defense. Like, well done, Swagger, well done. And there you go for the team. So again, everybody is fully booked. And then last but not least, let me go ahead and mention the speeds that we can run here as well. Okay, let's actually record the end of the video here. I typed up this nice little slide for you. This is the formatting I use for my website, Brogni Ally Protect. You can see Brogni speeds 254 to 256, Taragi 221 to 230, Lydia's the really fast one, 268 to 274, Barago 217 to 219, but the buff extender like Anchorite, Godseeker, or Demitha, then that would actually be kind of fast as well, 255 to 257. Remember, you want to focus on survivability first and then get the crit stats in there second. Next up, we have the turn order. So pause the video, take a screenshot, visit MtgJedi.com for this later on. Nightmare is 100% full auto, just crush it. And that should be all you need, right? What did I miss? Tell me what you need. Let me know in the comments below. Ask Swagger all your questions. Get a hold of me for whatever else you need. And if you have a sweet team that you want featured on the channel, message me and let me know. Subscribe to the channel for more great content, and I will see you guys in the next video.